people thought he won that fight, Chick, so he's coming to fight tonight.
A heck of a lot of people thought that he won it. Now, how do we score it in California?
Well, under the California state scoring rules, only 3 judges. The referee does not have a vote, and it's a 10-point must system, so 10 points to the winner of a round, 9 or less to the loser, depending upon how one-sided a round is. If there's a knockdown, usually a 10-8 or 10-7 round.
Looks like we're going to have a real fine crowd here tonight. They're excited about it. Wherever we hear from around the country, you fans are enjoying the Stroh's tournament here at the Forum. And so, for Rich Marotta, I'm Chick Hearn, inviting you to be with us throughout the entire evening. It should be a big night of boxing. Coming up next, Robert Shannon, Paul Banke, super bantamweights. It's a 10-rounder in the semifinals of the Stroh's tournament. Semifinal bout, super bantamweights, Robert Shannon and Paul Banke. It's a 10-rounder. To fill us in on all the details, let's go to the ring now. And Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome to Fight Night at the fabulous Forum in Inglewood, California, the home of the world champion LA Lakers. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have another outstanding night of boxing coming your way as we present Stroh's Championship Boxing. The officials, all appointed by the California State Athletic Commission. At ringside physicians, Dr. Michael DeLuca, Dr. Robert Carnes. Timekeepers at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns, Aaron Kozlow, Mike Millsap. Referee in charge of this first bout, he will be giving instructions after the introductions, Chuck Hassett. All right, fans, here we go. Bout number 1 for the evening. This is a feature event scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing as we present the Stroh's $225,000 Super Bantamweight semifinal tournament bout. Introducing to you on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue trunks with white trim. Hailing from Quail Valley, California, he weighs in tonight 122 pounds. His record, 13 wins, 3 losses, 7 wins by way of knockout. Ranked number 25 by the World Boxing Council. Welcome a fighter known to the world as the real Paul Banke. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the white corner in this 10-round semifinal bout. Wearing white trunks with green trim, he hails from Linwood, Washington. He weighs in tonight the exact same weight of 122 pounds. He was a member of the 1980 and 1984 U.S. Olympic boxing team. As a professional, his record, 16 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 8 wins by way of knockout. Ranked number 23 by the World Boxing Council, introducing Robert Shannon.
All right, gentlemen, you've had your instructions in the dressing room. I want to repeat 2 things. Work on verbal commands. When bell rings, stop. Hands up, spin off. Any questions? Shake hands. Good luck.
All right, we're ready to go. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape now. Shannon 5'5", so is Banke. The weight each 122. Shannon 2 years older at 25 years, and he's got a 3-inch reach. I think, frankly, Rich Marotta, this is going to be the best bout of the card and one of the best we've ever had.
It should be very contentious, Chick. I expect Banke will be coming in, and Shannon will be trying to box him at long range.
Shannon in the white trunks is a student. In fact, he is the student body legislative vice president at a community college near Seattle.
Chick, you know, they list them both at 5'5", but if you take a look at him, it really looks like Shannon's got at least an inch on him.
At least. And here is an oddity, folks. You've seen it before, but you won't see it often. Look at both of them are southpaws, and there's a great right cross by Shannon that scored. Both southpaws. Isn't that unusual?
It certainly is. You don't see 2 southpaws get in there very often. Of course, right-handers don't like to fight him in the first place, but they don't have much choice in this tournament. You got to go how the pairings go.
Shannon trying to open quickly here in this 10-rounder. He got here by February the 8th, knocking out Azael Moran in the 2nd round. And the guy in the white trunks knocked out Irving Mitchell in the 8th round in the quarterfinals. The winner here will get a shot at the winner of the Marino Salud match, their other semifinal. And then they'll battle for $100,000 in the finals of this $225,000 tournament. It's a big tournament, a big stepping stone.
Check that knockout win for Shannon, if you remember, over Mitchell. It was that one where he had him prone to the canvas, had him airborne there for a second.
He took off airborne sideways, absolutely prone to the canvas. A rugged first round. Now Banke got here on the 7th of March by winning a unanimous decision over Lucilo Nolasco, and then on the 9th of May he knocked out Alberto Mercado in the 3rd round. So both of these guys got power.
Shannon's got a nice, easy style in there. Chick, he does things technically correct when he moves around the ring, but of course he's getting the schooling of Angelo Dundee, which certainly doesn't hurt.
Certainly doesn't. They used to say about Shannon, he had no power in his punches. Ask his last 2 opponents in this tournament.
Right. We haven't seen evidence of that. He's shown considerable punching power here at the Forum.
I think he's developed a lot of power in the last 6 months, Rich. I really do. That punch was low, but it landed on the hip of Banke. A little wrestling going on here now. Chuck Hampton, the 3rd man in the ring, doing his usual very professional job.
Okay, hold it there again.
Banke looks like he'd like to make a street fight out of it if he could.
He had over 150 amateur wins, he reports. And of course, something very notable about Shannon in the white trunks. He's the only man in the world that was on the United States 1980 and 1984 Olympic teams. Coming up to the end of the round, and we go to the waltz. This one. But I think that Banke right now is really got the adrenaline flowing a little too much.
Yeah, you know, he looked so fired up beforehand, Chick, and of course you can get a little bit overdone that way. He looked almost a little bit tight in his corner before he came out. He was grimacing, in fact, with his face.
At the end of the round, he acted like he was disappointed in his performance in the 1st round. How did you score that 1st round?
Well, I thought that Banke actually had a bit of an edge due to the fact that he was the more aggressive fighter in the 1st round.
So that means California must system 10-9. Remember, the card that Rich Murata keeps is unofficial. But why don't you score with us? That blow was right on the belt line. And it hurt Banke. He's still hurt.
Well, he did. Boy, he took a step or 2 back. It seemed like it had kind of a delayed reaction on him, Chick.
Looked like it knocked the wind out of it, but not all at once like it often does. And now Banke says with both gloves, come at me. Come on back.
And Shannon's looking to the body. He's hit him twice to the body since then.
Now we got Banke doing a little bit of a foot shuffle. It's going to be a tough fight to referee, and Chuck Hassett is doing his best. And he's telling these guys, hey, I know that this means a lot to both of you, but let's keep our cool.
Well, Banke wants the brawl. There's no question about that. He's inviting Shannon in, but that might be a mistake.
Shannon is not accepting the invitation yet, but Shannon, when he's through fighting, wants to be a sports psychologist, and maybe he's applying some of it now.
Or at least he understands what Banke was doing.
That jab, that right jab of Shannon's is pretty good at keeping the opponent away. Of course, regardless of the number of fans here, 10,000 say, they're all pointing out to each fighter how to fight. They've never had on a shoe in their life. That's okay. That's what boxing's all about. That's what sports is all about. Jerry Romano, our producer, Susan Stratton, our director, with a great crew. Tom Fick working here on the floor with us.
Chick looks to be a little bit, just the slightest bit of swelling in the right eye.
Oh, there's a great left hand scored by Banke, and he comes out of it smiling. And it did not even buckle the knees of Shannon. It was a strong punch, folks. Good exchanges as the seconds tick away on the round.
You wouldn't back out on your baby brother now, would you?
Robert Shannon controlled most of the round until he ran into that left cross by Paul Banke.
That's one of his best strengths, that left cross and hook. All right, we're in round number 3 of our 10-rounder. It's the Strohs Bantamweight semifinal bout. This has been a great tournament, this Strohs Bantamweight tournament. They all have.
I feel the talent probably in this tournament, Chick, has been as good, if not better, than any that the Forum has had so far.
And waiting in the other semifinal of this division is Jesus Salud of Honolulu. And in 2 different matches in the Strohs tournament, not in this one, but in 2 other tournaments, he's been injured and had to quit the fight. And the little son of a gun is coming back again and challenging tough. But now we've got Shannon against Banke.
Be interesting here, I think, Chick, to see if Shannon continues to go to the body, because he was very effective with body shots in round number 2.
Shannon has knocked out 8 of the men that he has scored 16 wins over. Banke has knocked out 7 of the men that he has scored 13 victories over. Right now, Banke is starting to dominate the fight since he got him with that left cross in the other round. Exchange when Shannon bent over and then came up hard. He hit him in the cup. Being from Quail, California, Banke is the favorite over the Washingtonian. With the crowd here, it would appear.
Good right in close by Shannon.
Whenever you've got a man like Angelo Dundee in your corner like Shannon has, you'll get the maximum. Steve Rosenzweig doing his usual fine work with Paul Banke. Banke has had trouble keeping track of his managers. Tried for the combination there, didn't score, but he sure threw a lot of leather.
He's very tough, and you know, with his style, Chick, you've got to be willing to eat punches, and he certainly seems so willing to do that.
How do you have it scored after the first 2 rounds?
Well, I've got it dead even, Chick. Despite that good left by Banke in that last round, I thought that Shannon controlled about 2.5 minutes of the round, so I gave the round to him.
So unofficially, we're at 19-19 coming to this round, the 3rd. Another shot right on the belt line by Shannon. That's the one that hurt Banke in the first round. In the round. Hello, everyone. Rich scorecard.
Chick, I've got it dead even right now, a round for each man, and 1 round even, so 29 all.
We were talking about the possibility of a knockout. Just think of it, folks. These fellas have knocked out 3 of their 4 opponents between them in this tournament. They have scored 3 consecutive knockouts. The only time that we had a decision was when Lucido Nolasco bowed to Paul Banke. This was way back on the 7th of March.
That was a good win for Banke, Chick, because Nolasco had given Paul Gonzalez the fight of his life a few months ago. Had him down on the canvas.
A lot of people thought he won it.
Sure. Shannon's really rangy, Chick, but he has a tendency to get wild at times.
I think Banks' style is confusing him. I really do. And I think what you said is right on the money for that reason.
Right there. Hold it, hold it, hold it.
That right hand by Shannon scored. Got over the peekaboo gloves of Banke. Banke's willing to take a punch to give a punch. He thinks he can out-punch him. And that left hand might have proved he can. That's a solid right. Just got over the glove and onto the ear of Banke.
That right's starting to find a mark from Shannon, Chick.
Sure is. He's a pretty clever fighter, and as I said, that great tutelage in the corner of Dundee. He can change things as rounds go by. And I think Shannon's smart enough to be able to accept the instruction between rounds, brief as the time is. He's a writer for the community college school newspaper. Somebody's going to connect here in a minute, and somebody's going to go down.
That's where Banke wants the fight. He's within range like that. Good punching distance.
Let's go right there, break it clean.
We were talking about the instructions that Dundee's capable of delivering and Shannon's capable of accepting. Between rounds, we're going to sneak our camera and microphone into that corner and see just exactly what we're talking about. Maybe we'll get a chance to listen to Paul Banke and Steve Rosenzweig, too. Oh, that's a good right hand by Shannon. He's getting over the top now.
Yes.
There's a left coming in. Left-right combination. 122 pounds, 25 years of age, and the veteran Angelo Dundee. Nobody in the world known in fight circles better than Angelo.
Last fight was the man that was a little high. You hit him on the butt with that, and he's gone. Don't lose your cool. Don't run from this guy. Bang one way, go the other way. See, I don't want this bum to pick up. I don't want him to pick up no momentum. I want you to go side to side, side to side. What you have to go is bang one way, go the other way. The guy's going crazy. Well, once in a while, when you get under there, bury him.
Okay.
Put up your numbers out there. Keep him on the plate.
Let's go over to Banke's corner.
Down here. Back and
So Angelo is still hollering rock and roll from side to side. We had a band here earlier tonight that could help him.
Yeah.
Round 5, Super Bantamweight Tournament semifinal. Stroh's Classic. Chick Hearn with Rich Marotta from the Fabulous Forum.
Chick Angelo's really great in that corner, isn't he? I mean, he's just, depending upon the kind of fighter he has in there and the kind of kid he is, he always has a different psychology with the way that he talks, whether it's a father, son, or strictly instructional. And I've seen him slap fighters in the face in the corner.
In fact, Ruben will tell you, Ruben Castillo had the hardest punch he ever took between rounds. Angelo.
Okay, hold it there. That's all.
But you're right, and I think that should be the mark of every good coach in any sport. Every person has to be treated differently, handled differently, but particularly in a one-man sport.
But one thing Angelo said to him, that he wants him to move side to side, which is what he's doing now, but not to run away from him. He does have a tendency to kind of lose balance, get a little wild when he does just run away and turn and run.
Angelo also didn't like the shot. That's a slip. That's a slip. No knockdown. Angelo didn't like the shots that Shannon was throwing over the top. They were coming in too high, he said. That peekaboo-style defense that Banke is using forces you to put it over the top. That's a good digging right hand to the belly by Shannon. And good counter-punching by Banke.
Let go, Paul. Let go. Work out.
Shannon's very good to the body, Chick, when he uses it.
Oh, he just missed 2 wild right hands. Either one connects, we got a guy in our lap. Banke. Chopping combination by Banke. That hurt Shannon. And Shannon is looking for cover. He got hit with 4 straight punches, combination punches. And he wisely is trying to survive the storm. To go in round 5.
This is really a good rally for Banke. Chick, he'd like to keep Shannon right up against those ropes if he can.
I think he can the way he's going, because Shannon's afraid to take any chance that he might get really clobbered by stepping out front.
Angelo Dundee is yelling from the corner to Shannon, body shot, body shot.
The best round of the fight for either fighter. Banke is hurting with the midsection punch now. Left in the round. We'll stay right here with our prime ticket coverage. This might be the hardest round that Shannon has ever had to fight.
See that
he
look
comes
of
out
respect?
smiling. And on the other hand, Banke throws his fist in the air and says, wait till I get you in the 6th. How'd you score that one, big fella?
Well, I gave that round to Paul Banke, who's getting the instructions from Angelo Dundee, but he looks none the worse for wear over there, Chick. He's smiling at Angelo. I think he kind of enjoyed mixing it up.
Sports psychology. Okay?
Get it out. Get it out. Open your mouth wide.
Get over there.
Spit it out. Robert, you got me, son? Don't go getting happy. Don't go fighting this guy. You're fighting a dumb fight.
Okay.
Looks like he's licking you laying there. Move over. Move over. Body shot, right hook. Body shot, right hook.
I got it.
Chick, Banke connected with that left hand. And as you could hear, he wants Shannon to move and continue to box, but I don't think Shannon was able to get off those ropes for a while. Banke kept him pinned there nicely and landed several good blows.
We have not had a knockdown. We have not had a cut yet. And the two southpaws come back to mid-ring. Round 6 of a 10-rounder. Unfortunately, one of these men will be eliminated from the Stroh's Bantamweight tournament, and the other will go on to fight for $100,000. This is semifinal.
Shannon was over there in the corner smiling. He goes, what are you happy about? Don't be happy. You look like you're losing.
He said you're fighting a dumb fight. Of course, you can say that to bantamweights, not the heavy. I think if you're a Shannon fan, maybe on the plus side of your thinking could be the fact that he may have taken the best shots Banke can hit him with. Oh, that's a solid right hand scored by Shannon. There was a little bit of a counter by the right hand of Banke. And now Banke is hurt. He's claiming low blow. I don't think it was low blow. I think it was low shoulder or head. Timeout is called.
That's the second time he's headbutted him in the cup. I haven't seen that before.
He bends way over low, and when he raises to straighten up, he catches him right on the cup with his head.
But Chick, at the same time, protect yourself at all times in the ring. I mean, if you're going to, don't stand there in front of the guy, drop your hands and complain to the referee.
Before the referee has stopped it. Absolutely right. All right. Round number 6 of our 10-rounder is half over.
Hold it there. Hold it there. Hold it there. Back off. Back off.
Fighters did a good job of respecting the verbal command of Hassett. There was a right hand landed by Shannon, and then the left dug to the midsection. But Banke stays on top.
This is not an easy fight to score, Chick.
No.
When you have exchanges like this, they're both landing clean shots.
And inside. How have you got it through round 5?
Well, let's see. I've still got this fight even. That's right.
Even, yeah. Now Hassett gives a little bit of a verbal command to Banke. Left hand scored by Shannon. Couple of seconds left in round number 6. Rounds, and now how do you have it?
Well, I gave that last round, Chick, to Robert Shannon, so I have him a point ahead at this point at 58 to 57. Still anybody's fight, but I thought I noticed Banke beginning to slow down a little bit in that last round.
Either that or pacing.
He had a big round the round before. He threw a lot of punches, so he may have taken a round off.
Yeah.
Let go, Robert. Let go. Let go. Work.
If you joined us late, Robert Shannon in the white trunks, Paul Banke in the blue. A 10-round Stroh tournament fight in the Bantamweight division semifinals.
This is what you love when you get to this stage of the tournaments too, Chick, because the fights are so evenly matched. You know the contention's going to go right into the late round.
Shannon thought he was struck a low blow. He's grimacing, but he didn't stop fighting. That's a good right hand by Shannon. He's been very effective with that weapon in particular. Both are southpaws, remember.
Let go.
Another right hand score. Now he comes in with a left hand, Shannon. Banke trying to stay on top. Banke wants the end game, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He'd like to keep it there, but he's taking a beating sometimes because he can't match punch for punch with Shannon due to Shannon's quickness of hand.
That's a good left hand scored by Banke. Chopping right, Shannon.
Okay, back on clean. Hands off.
Sometimes with Shannon, Chick, it takes him a few rounds to figure things out. It certainly did in that Irving Mitchell fight, but when he does, he usually comes out much the better.
That's a good combo by Banke. That's two low blows. Two of them, not one, two.
Just as a cut was opened up over the left eye also Paul Banke, which is bleeding heavily at the time.
Right out of the left eyebrow, Banke is bleeding not profusely, but heavily is a better term. He looks at the blood and getting all the time he needs now from referee Chuck Hassan. It wasn't just one low blow, it was two, both with the left hand.
It was just moments before that the blood started to come out of that eye. Boy, Shannon's in a bad way here.
The way they have been going at each other inside, as we talked about, it's kind of unusual. We haven't had a cut with a butt before this, if indeed that was from a butt. We don't know that it was. It's in the area where that great right hand of Shannon has been landing.
Right. He's been landing a ton of punches there, Chick, with that right hand.
Here comes one. That's one. He's not finished yet. That's two.
Oh, Chick. That hurts to watch. Shannon is kind of limping. I don't think he's ready. Chuck Hassan's asking him if he's ready.
He wants more time. Now he says time in. Some strange things here. Shannon is hurting from the low blow, and you got a cut over the right eye of Banke. We have got 7 seconds left in round 7 of a 10-rounder. It's going to get gory, folks. Okay, let's go over to Banke now, see how bad they think that cut might be. That'll be the thing of the moment. And immediately the cut man comes in. He will apply pressure, all the pressure that he can.
Keep him bagging up. Whenever he ducks down, hey, he ducks down, put your uppercut, all right? Come with your uppercut as soon as he ducks down there. One more time, don't worry about the cut. Don't worry about the cut.
Don't rubber the cut. Don't rubber the cut, the cut man says.
Water. All right. Don't worry about the cut. Don't worry about the cut. Take care of business.
Here's from the last round now, Chick. Just about when the cut was open, there was all of a sudden you see it start to trickle there just before the low blows, and then it started to bleed pretty heavy.
It could have been cut as much as 30 seconds before. Sometimes it takes them a while to break open. But anyway, we're in the 8th round. You gave that round to Shannon?
I thought he was having a pretty good round there, Chick, before those low blows. He was landing all of those rights over the top. It looked as though he could almost land that at will. Banke's been holding that left hand down low and enabling Shannon to come over the top with it.
Center of the ring now. Banke likes to force Shannon to the ropes when he can. It's
been a hard fight to referee. It'll be a hard fight for the judges to judge. And the whole crowd will be in disarray in their judgment of the fight. That's the way fights are. Depends on the side of the ring you're sitting on often.
There's those rights again by Shannon. It's the right hook, actually, or the right over the top. Not so much the jab. The jab for Shannon really hasn't been that effective a weapon.
But those two rights right there over the top. The thing that I like about Shannon right here is he isn't concentrating only on the cut. He's trying to fight his fight and let the cut take care of itself on Banke. An unusual amount of body work displayed by these two bantamweights. And there is a good exchange.
Shannon took a little hop with that one when he caught that one.
That's low. Combination right left Banke. Another right hand Banke. Another right left Banke.
Shannon seems to be feeling those this round, Chick.
It's late enough that you start feeling them here in the 8th round. This has been a grueling match. Shannon came in with a good right hand. I think it startled Banke because Shannon was really moving away. Again, that right hand right on the cut.
Really teed off with that one.
Oh, there's a solid right that drives Shannon back into the rope. And another shot that looks low. The referee says fight. Shannon started to complain. The referee disdained it.
Those legs are beginning to give way a little, Chick.
They're wobbling.
Shannon.
They're wobbling. He's about to go down, at least for a small count. Banke has taken charge here in the 8th like he did back in the 6th. Final seconds of round number 8. And of course, we'll pay a visit with you to the corner of Shannon. And he goes back on rubbery legs.
Terrific round for Paul Banke. And I'm sure Angelo Dundee's going to have some real talking to give to Shannon this round.
You see them watering him with the cold water, trying to get his head clear first of all.
We got 6 minutes. Remember that. Rub us on. Rub us on. Bob, you're fighting like a tired man in there. Move on your leg. Move. This guy, believe me, he's got nothing. But when you hit him with that shot, come back with something. And just move over. Just move over. So you got to do. You ain't got to run from this guy. Okay.
Chick Banke really put the pressure on him that last round. He kept him backing up all the way. Look at that clean right hand. And he had hurt him with body shots earlier in the round. And there's a low shot. Actually, it was on the belt line again, but he was turning to complain to Hassett, but Hassett would have none of it this time.
Well, the story is now that it's 6 minutes of fighting left, and that's all that Dundee's trying to stress to 25-year-old Robert Shannon. They both open with a jab. The southpaws have not deviated from that stance. Shannon's got to get off early in this round. The last round obviously belonged to Banke. And then Rich Murata's unofficial scorecard, Shannon's still up by a point.
But Banke definitely the winner in that last round.
Boy, I'll say.
He's bleeding from the nose, Shannon is now also.
The cut in the corner of the eyebrow of Banke has not been worsened at all. Their cut man to be applauded.
Shannon still looks to be wilting, Chick.
Well, I think he's wilted considerably in the 8th and now here in the 9th round. But the pressure that Banke has applied after he took one round off for a little bit of respite has really put him in good stead. A left cross by Shannon, then Shannon retreats. Now that's exactly what Angelo told him. If you score on him once, follow it up. But Shannon backed up after scoring. from the Forum in Inglewood, California. It's Stroh's night at the Forum, and our semifinal bantamweight bout has Robert Shannon in the white trunks, Paul Banke in the blue. That's a slip. That's a slip in the corner over there. No knockdown. We have not had a knockdown.
He actually landed a punch, Chick. He fell to the canvas.
Stepped on a piece of ice, I think, over there. Just under 1 minute left to go here in round number 9. Banke doing his usual fine work when he can get his opponent near the ropes.
He's full of confidence, Chick.
He's fighting a very smart fight. And Shannon trying to tie up both gloves to get that extra breath. Chanting Banke, Banke. We're in the final 10 of round number 9 in our 10-rounder. So we'll go back to the corner of Shannon, and Shannon has fallen behind in the last 2 rounds. Did you give that round to Banke?
To Banke again. He's the guy coming in. He's landing the harder punches. Shannon seemed to rally a bit, Chick, in the last 30 seconds there, I thought, but still Banke had carried most of the round, I felt.
So going to the last round, you have it dead even. There has not been a knockdown. Banke's corner. He's full of exuberance. The eye has been taken care of properly. And he appears ready for a strong 10th round. There's a question mark whether or not Robert Shannon is. Some of the action in the 8th and 9th rounds both indicated Banke coming on strongly.
There's that strong left again that rocked Shannon early in the round. They mixed it up pretty good. You can really see the effect, it seems, more when Shannon takes a punch than when Banke does.
I think often it's because Shannon is retreating and Banke's always pressing forward. All right, we're in the 10th round, the final round. One of these fellas is 3 minutes away from elimination in the Stroh's tournament. 3 minutes away from his dream of fighting for $100,000 in the finals. And the question that flirts with us, are the judges scoring it as closely as Rich Murata and vice versa?
Well, again, Chick, this is the kind of fight that you can have wide variety of scoring, real crazy variation.
Okay, let's go.
A knockdown here by either man might win the fight for him, giving him a 2-point edge in the round. Here comes Shannon fighting back a little bit now. We've got 2 minutes left to fight.
Watch your head.
This is a tough fight. Grueling fight.
Tough fight to lose. Great fight to win. Body shot by Shannon brought a roar from the crowd. But each time Banke is capable of counterpunching. Straight left jab to the jaw of Banke.
Shannon looks to be reduced to arm punches now.
Right, there's nothing left in his punch now. He's pawing his punches. He is on the verge on the scorecard kept by Rich Murata. Shannon is on the verge of losing the last 3 rounds of this very close fight. All that is premature thinking.
Shannon's legs just do not look right.
They haven't been right since the 7th round. All right, we're in the final 30 now. And then for the fighters, that dreaded wait for the official announcement of the winner. This isn't just a fight, folks. This is an elimination tournament.
And they feel that these are two hungry fighters, Chick.
Shannon has nothing left in his punches, and his legs are very unsteady. That's it.
You can't ask for more than that in a bout.
I'll say you can't. Both fellas gave it all. Paul Banke, Quail, California. Robert Shannon, Linwood, Washington. He was born in Tacoma. And boy, I want to tell you, they put on a picture. We'll be back with the official decision of this grueling 10-round super bantamweight semifinal Stroh's match. Back in a moment. California, properly dubbed the world's most beautiful sports theater and the home of the back-to-back world champion Los Angeles Lakers. And as the resounding echoes of the cheering tumult that was here for the 7th game of the championship between the Lakers and Detroit still rattles around the rafters of this building, you're getting another big accolade tonight for this man, Robert Shannon, and for the man that fought him, Paul Banke. Two great young fighters. And now we'll find out which one is disappointed. Banke's over asking Jimmy Lennon Jr. who won it. And Jimmy says, I can't tell you. Jimmy?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 outstanding rounds of boxing, we have a unanimous decision, and I will read the point totals. Judge Lou Moret scores the bout 97-92. Larry Rosadia agrees with Vince Delgado. They both score the bout 97-93. All in favor of the winner. Continuing to the finals of the Stroh's Super Bantamweight Tournament, the real Paul Banke.
All right, the winner by unanimous decision. 97-92, 97-92, and 97-93. His record now 14-3, 7 knockouts, and he embraces the man that he just defeated, Robert Shannon. A grueling, tortuous match, and certainly Banke deserves to go on to fight the winner of the Salud bout. And of course, that's scheduled for September, so he won't know who he's going to fight for the $100,000 for a little while yet. And of course, Salud is no cinch to be in the finals, because as you can see, when we get down to this stage of it, these fighters are extremely closely matched. Rich Murata is ready up in the ring now with the real Paul Banke.
Okay, Paul, tremendous fight. That was about as grueling a fight as anyone could have. Was that about the toughest fight of your career, you think?
I fought Robert Shannon before. Yes, it was the toughest fight in the tournament. I knew the guy is very dangerous. We were prepared. Terry Claiborne, he takes a lot of credit because he helped me out for Robert Shannon. I knew Robert Shannon was tough. I knew I could beat him. I'm more busier than he is, but I know he's a dangerous fighter. Yes, it was the toughest fight in the Stroh's tournament because he hurt me a couple of times in the body, a few times in the body, and a headshot. It was a dangerous fight. I want to thank Bob Richardson, who supports me as my manager. I want to thank Steve Rosenzweig. I want to dedicate this fight to Ray Luna, who passed away a couple of months ago. I want to thank Rob Mitch for taking me out and running all the time. I want to thank Cindy and Dean for taking me for the dinners. I got to thank all hard box clubs. I got a lot of people to thank. Okay, I'm going to keep some butt in the Stroh's tournament.
Okay, I tell you what, why don't we take a look at some of the action here, Paul? Why don't you tell us what you see going on during this really magnificent fight?
Oh, he threw some awesome body shots. He was a wide puncher and he was strong inside, so I was trying to keep tight inside because if I was open up, he would hurt me. And he hurt me when I was tight. When I was inside, he was still hurting me with some shots. So if I would have boxed him, he would have hurt. He wouldn't probably put me down. And the fight might have been different, so I had to fight him inside. And that right there was I was just trying to keep busy. I'm busier than he is inside. He's a strong fighter.
Okay, Paul, well, congratulations. It's on to the finals for you.
Some buttons in the Stroh's tournament. I'm on my way.
Yes, you are on your way to the finals. We're going to turn and talk to Robert Shannon and his manager, Angelo Dundee, here. Robert, that was a very difficult fight, a grueling fight for both of you. How did you feel about the decision? Did you expect to get the Duke when it was announced?
Scream, we're not going to holler. This kid got raped.
Yeah,
he got robbed. They were looking at the wrong fight. The guy, I know he was skating it early on, and then he looked out, fight the guy. No, wrong decision. I don't know what the heck they were looking at.
All right, well, obviously that's how Angelo feels. Robert, what were your problems then in the fight with Paul Banke tonight?
Nothing, except for he kept headbutting me and stuff. And like I said, I thought I was robbed. Beretta should have been here and helped me out, you know. We need a cause. Yeah.
Were you tiring in the late rounds?
Love to come back. Yeah, but that don't lose a fight. That don't lose a
I still hit him more than he was hitting me at the end of the fight. You know? And yeah, that hurt a little bit, you know.
Well, it's a very difficult decision, I'm sure, for you to expect, or to take, but you've got a lot going for you. Angelo, technically, he's excellent, Robert.
Excellent fighter, but I mean, now I'm going to start calling him Chief Crooked Crotch. You got nailed with a real crotch.
Yeah, I just hope so. I'm not married yet, and I hope I can have some children later on in life.
All right. I'm sure you can. Don't worry about it. Good fight, though, for Robert Shannon, despite the fact that he suffered a defeat. You made a great showing here in the tournament, and we've enjoyed watching you.
Oh, thank you. I hope to come back as the world champion. Well, I thought I would get it this year, but for sure next year. I'm the champ.
Okay, Robert, thanks a lot. Robert Shannon, the defeated fighter in tonight's fight as he loses to Paul Banke. And let's go back now to Chick Hearn.
Well, there's some very dramatic statements and moments there in that interview, and from Angelo in particular. And I thought that, of course,